Hi, I'm Dwight Curtis, Parks and Recreation Director. As you know, back in 2007, we turned management and operations responsibilities of the 1912 Center over to the Heart of the Arts, and staff meets with them regularly, and they also report to the council annually and quarterly. And tonight's we have Jenny Kostroff. She's the executive director of Heart of the Arts. She's here to give you a report. This is quarterly, and it's since February. And so here's Jenny.
Hello, esteemed council and mayor. This is so fun. I have a good time doing this every time I get to be here. So.
Oh, we enjoy it as well, Jenny.
I brought all my mail, and I forgot to go to the post office first, so I'm going to set it down. Okay, so let's see. Let's talk. The East Exterior Renovation. That is our next construction project, and it's very exciting. If you pull into the parking lot off of Van Buren, you will see that side of the facility has 22 windows that need to be replaced, as well as all the brick is got nice calcification from water runoff and all kinds of stuff that needs to be cleaned off. And the top cornice along the top is all rusted. It's a steel piece that is needs to be resurfaced, so that's going to get resurfacing, and so all the bricks will be cleaned and sealed. The new windows will go in. We'll remove the counterweights, and into those empty holes we'll get lots of nice filling, and so all of that project is ready to go. We've got all the plans and everything. We are about $20,000 shy of being able to go out to bid. So we had a very successful, I'm jumping ahead, we did in terms of our Cornerstone Club, we had a very successful Idaho Gives Day online. It was a day of giving online on May 1st. Yes, May 1st. Sorry, the days are starting to blend. And we actually got a grant for $1,000 out of the donations that people made. We had the third highest number of donors in our category, and that won us $1,000 in additional funds, which is very cool. And everybody that participated, thank you, because there were a lot of you in this room who were a part of that. And so that extra $1,000 and the $5,000 that we raised that day online is all going against that $20,000 that we have left. So we're getting closer to striking distance, like about $15,000 away from being able to go out to bid. I've got some magic number in my head. I have no idea what they're going to come back with when we actually do go out to bid, but we're ready to go. So hopefully in the next few weeks here we'll be putting those advertisements out and getting the project lined up, and we'll have dates for that, but the goal is end of the summer, starting into the fall to get the project done. It'll go fairly efficiently. The goal is before the cold season hits again, because our cold season is so long that we can only do so much in a summer. So that's our East Exterior Restoration Project, and if anyone has any questions about that, or if would like to donate a window for $1,912, and yes, that number is on purpose, $1,912, you get a beautiful plaque that will be on your window for the life of the building, and we do have windows in those 22 that need to be adopted. We're getting our tax return put together. Hayden and Ross, public accountants, will be doing that for us this year, as well as a financial review. We will not be doing an audit this year because we're not working with grant funds that require that. If we were to need to be working with grant funds that require that this year, we would happily submit to an audit, because we have no problem with that. It's just expensive, and I'd much rather put the money into construction this year if we could do that instead. Building maintenance, we will be closing the 1912 Center from Monday, June 30th to Monday, July 7th. So don't plan to have any parties with us during that week. We always close the building because the smell of the floor refinishing is really strong while it's curing, and we don't want anyone in the senior center getting lightheaded and not feeling good. So we close the center down and do all kinds of maintenance projects, clean the carpets, get things touched up paint-wise, make it look beautiful. So any event that happens in the rest of July, hot dog, that's a beautiful building, and you're going to have a good time. So schedule those events after the 7th of July. We also, let's see, we've been working on our grass in the front, so if you've been watching that, the grass is going to be getting better. So, you know, give us a break on the dandelion problem. We're figuring it all out. The grass is going to be in better shape soon. And the shades in the great room are finally operational again. So those of you that like the windows wide open, you can now remove the shades. And if you like the dark for your slide shows, you can drop the shades down again. Very exciting. Currently on the walls in the 1912 Center, we have a student art show. It's a combination of students from the Moscow Middle School as well as students from the Paradise Creek Regional High School. They'll be having their official art opening for that event, as well as other schools in the district will be participating in that event on Friday, May 16th from 5 to 7. So come on by and support the students who made beautiful pieces of art in their art classes this year. And the Paradise Creek Regional High School pieces will be available for sale. The money that they get from those sales goes into their art program. So it's a really nice way to contribute to what the kids are doing. And this summer we have a very exciting 10th anniversary season of our Plaza concerts. So 10 years ago, Linda Paul got the idea to do free Plaza concerts on the plaza of the 1912 Center to friend raise, to bring people down to the building. And at that time, the plaza was new, and people really weren't using the 1912 Center, and it was a really great way to have music draw people in off the street. They could enjoy the music, then they might look inside and see what the building had going on in it. And at that point in time, we were still educating people that the Great Room had been renovated and that the Senior Center and the Friendship Hall were open. So now, 10 years later, we're still doing the Plaza concerts, and this is a special season because we've been doing this for 10 years. The free concerts are great for family in the community to come out, bring a picnic dinner. The plaza will be open and available for people to come and have their dinner. At 5:30, we'll be selling beer and wine, so those that would like to have beer and wine with their dinner, they can buy that from us. And then at 6:30, the music will begin. The only concerts that will be in the Great Room instead of on the plaza are the I say provided there's no rain, because rain brings the concerts inside. But the cello concerts, there's 2 evenings. We're actually doing a Monday, Tuesday, because Isaac Pastor Chermak, who plays fantastic cello, will be doing all of Bach's suites. It's the cello suites. And there are 6 of them, so he's going to be playing all of the solo cello suites, and so it's a 2-night event, but definitely worth hearing. He's quite a talented performer, but that will be in June, June 23rd and 24th. All of the dates for our Plaza concerts are online, so you can go to 1912center.org if you're at home and you want to see when these Plaza concerts are, because they're free, and it's a great time to bring a picnic out and have and kids can dance to the ones that are appropriate for dancing, like we have the community band of the Palouse. They are very danceable, and my kids seem to always dance. I seem to get sucked into dancing with them, so it's pretty entertaining. And then that's pretty much my quick and dirty summary, and for me, that's pretty fast. So any questions that you might like to ask?
Thank you, Jenny, for that good report and that enthusiasm that you always show. We love that.
I love this building. It's a real pleasure. Today I actually took, the high school has a class that's meeting in the arts workshop. It's Carly Bean's American history classes, and so we took those classes upstairs to tour the upper floors, and the kids were like, wow, what is this? They had no idea, because we work in just 1/3 of the building all the time, and they were highly impressed, and they said, oh, now we get why you're so excited about this place. I said, yeah, there's a lot up here. And on the last, so everybody knows here, on the last Plaza concert of this season in August, we'll have the upper floors open for tours so that you can then take a tour upstairs and see what else is up there. We have to do a little bit of cleaning up there before we take you up there, so that's why we're doing it in August as the last one.
Council, any questions for Jenny?
Question.
Wayne?
Jenny, this is east side of the exterior wall to do this. Is that the last one?
Nope, we've got the southern side. It's the largest side along the front, along 3rd Street, that's still left. That has a lot more windows, and it's got a lot more balustrade work. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's equal to what we're doing in this project. The balustrade will be repaired on the west end of the facility because it never was put on, as well as on the east end. So we'll be doing 2 more balustrades in that southern side. But as a part of this, Wayne, we're actually going to be in our bid project, we're going to be getting a number for the south side as an ad alternate in the event that that price point comes in, or we have a donation come in that we could actually accept that. We can then go into construction on that side. But that will give us a really great number for fundraising purposes to know where we need to be at to go out to bid a second time for that side. The potential is there that last time when we did the exterior work, we started on the west end of the facility and moved around to the north. That was a one bid with Talisman Construction out of Spokane, and they held their bid price for the north side of the facility for us. And so they finished the west end of the facility and said, "Are you ready to accept our northern side cost?" And we said yes. So then we were able to go ahead and continue construction. So the same thing could happen this time, and that's why we're bidding it out. But the nice part is we'll have the dollar amount to know what that cost will be, so that even if we're not able to accept it at this time or they don't hold that price, we'll have a good target number for fundraising.
One last one. Then I assume once you're done with your exterior, then you'll be moving to the second and third floors.
Very excited about that,
know you
yes. Because, I mean, you've toured it. It's really, really neat up there, and there's a lot of great potential spaces for our community, and I'm really excited to get them open and operational and get the folks that, I mean, we have need for space in town, even still, and spaces that were available to the public close and change, and so it is something that we know the community needs in the spaces upstairs. We are working as a board to sort of identify what the uses of those spaces will be, even if it's just narrowing it down to 3 ideas for each of the spaces, so that we can then really hone in our construction plan for upstairs.
Okay, good.
Other questions? Tom?
Thank you. So to summarize, $20,000 more, and
Yeah,
then you
it's-
can put it out to bid.
Yeah,
And I imagine the earlier you put it out to bid, the better chances you have of
absolutely.
getting
I mean,
a better
I'm probably
price.
going to jump the gun a little bit because I'm very confident that we'll be able to fundraise that last portion. But the goal is, for Heart of the Arts, we never want to, we don't have a credit card. We don't go into debt.
Sure.
We work on cash basis only. So when we have the funds in hand, we go out to bid. And the logic behind that is that we're able to pay the entire cost and it's done. So I'm always careful about going out to bid too soon, because you don't want to be in a situation where the last bill comes to you and you can't pay it. But we have had really great success with having that be the motivation behind the last fundraising push. So if it's like $20,000 and we go out to bid now and we're like, we got to get it, folks, help us, our community really does step up. So it's really, I have a feeling we'll probably go out to bid no matter what to the end of this month, because that way we're in somebody's timetable for construction in the right time.
And,
we
if,
won't
and
be-
if people want to help, they can give cash or a pledge or something like
Yeah,
that.
we can do. We've got a couple of folks who do regular credit card donations on
Okay.
a monthly basis, and they're working to buy windows. You can sponsor a window over time, which is really great for folks that want to eventually have a plaque on one of the windows in the upper floors, because it's going to take us a while to get those upper floors renovated when we can install the plaque. So there are folks that do contributions on a monthly basis or annual basis towards a window. So if there's someone that's like, I've always wanted to adopt a window, I'd be thrilled to get that set up with them. They can pick out their window so they know which one they're adopting, and we'll get them started.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Jenny, very much. Thanks for the fine report.